In the history of tennis, few left their mark on the game quite like Jimmy Connors. But it wasn't just his immense skill and athleticism that set him apart. You see, it was Jimmy Connors who became one of the first major players to use one of these, a racket made out of steel rather than wood. Now, at the time, it divided the tennis community. But what Jimmy Connors had done was kickstart a technology tennis revolution. Companies have tried all sorts of shapes and sizes in the hope of creating the perfect racket. The very latest tech is worked on here in Austria, at the factory for tennis brand Head. The next generation of tennis rackets for the elite players are put through their paces, strained until they are at breaking point. But having a highly sophisticated customised racket isn't just something for the pros. Thanks to developments in technology, amateur players now have the ability to specify intricate details about their rackets. I can alter length, weight, balance, string pattern and even grip shape.
He definitely achieves much more spin comparing to the other racket.
The researchers here say having a custom racket can help amateur players get more from their game by improving things like control and power.
Each player is different. Each player has different strokes. One, let's say, has a bit longer strokes, faster, the other shorter. So custom-made really gives the player the option to choose his individual, let's say, perfect racket.
So it's in this enormous fridge, which is minus 16 degrees C, where they keep all the materials for the rackets to make sure that when they come to build the rackets, they're in the best possible condition to make sure they last as long and are as strong and durable as they need. Now, without this attention to detail, the athletes wouldn't stand a chance out on court. So it makes you wonder, is it more about the technology or the athlete holding it?
Well, it might make a small difference, but there's absolutely no question that if you look down their tennis rankings and compared that with how big their heart and determination is, the rankings would be very similar amongst the top guys. You have to put in the hours, you have to have the skills, and you have to have that just pure determination to succeed.
The people who decide what is allowed to be used are here at the International Tennis Federation in southwest London.
Actually, there's nothing wrong with innovation, but we need to make sure that it's the players who are the primary determinants of outcome. And to do that, we need to make sure that we tread a fairly fine line between allowing that innovation to take place so the sport can evolve, but also making sure that it's the players who determine who wins the match and not the equipment.
The ball's going to get dropped from the top.
This machine makes sure rackets aren't too powerful by simulating the power of a serve by an elite player.
And that was about 120 miles an hour.
Depending on which side